if you're a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome to your reading. As you can see, we're doing things a little differently. We are now going to be doing front-facing readings from this point forward. You can't see the shuffling, but you can hear it, so I feel like that's still okay, because then at least you know we're shuffling in real time. And then the other thing we're doing differently is no matter how low I have the music, I keep getting pinged for copyright infringement on YouTube. I'd rather not have that, but I still want the music. So instead, I just have it playing on silent over here on my computer, and if I look over and the song resonates or I see a line that resonates, I'll go ahead and point it out. Otherwise, same shit, different month. We're going to do your overall read, your love, career and finances, and your health and spirituality. And then we're also going to do your Moon Oracle card and your answer scenario cards for this month. We're keeping it a little bit simpler just because the reads, with as little as we're doing in terms of the decks, like we only have 3 decks here, as little as we're doing, these are still coming out to be 30-minute videos on average. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started for you. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. It always helps the channel, and make sure to always check out all 3 of your big 3, Sun, Moon, and Rising, to really get a look at what November has in store for you. Okay, so to start off, we have the 4 of Cups in the reverse. That is Cancer energy, and it came out with the 3 of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy, right underneath it. So I'm going to take those 2 together. I find that interesting because on the wheel, Cancer and Capricorn are opposite. So that's quite interesting. This one's sticking out. 7 of Wands in the reverse, that is Leo energy. I am burping a lot. That's a common thing with tarot readers, that we'll just start burping when the universe likes what they're hearing, I guess, or we're just really speaking the truth. And okay, those kind of flew out. I don't know if the camera caught that. Okay, and 2 cards coming out together again. So we have the Fool, that is Aries energy, that is card 0 in the deck. And we have Judgment, Gemini energy, and that is card 20 in the deck. Interesting. All right. So we're just going to take this piece by piece. With the 4 of Cups in reverse coming out with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, you are looking for opportunities for teamwork, but you're probably having a hard time finding it. The 4 of Cups in reverse is when we're actually taking what's being offered to us. We're actually taking what the universe is attempting to offer us. However, with the 3 of Pentacles reversed, that is either you're not getting along with the other kids in the sandbox, or you are seeking a short reprieve from, like, you're not really isolating, it's not that. You're just being a little bit more of doing your own thing. And that's supported by the Fool that is also here, which is literally marching to the beat of your own drum and taking a leap of faith. There's a lot of doing your own thing this month, Scorpio. And the universe seems to somewhat be supporting that. We do have the 7 of Wands in the reverse, however. So the 7 of Wands in the reverse is usually a caution towards being less defensive. Being less defensive, being more open-hearted, and that could be why you're kind of going off on your own right now. You might be noticing that you are biting a little bit too readily. I feel like that's very common with Scorpio risings. We're told that I'm Scorpio rising, and people tell me all the time that I have an intimidating energy, and I cannot see that. But I'm told that a lot, so I guess it must be true. Just this overall vibe that, you're not really to be fucked with. And then even like Scorpio moons, like, you guys struggle a lot with trust issues. And then Scorpio suns also struggle a bit with letting the walls down and having trust issues, right? And I mean, it's hard enough when you already come into the world with that kind of energy, and then the world has to, be kind of a dick sometimes, and here we are. Like, it kind of justifies why you might feel like you need to snap a little too readily, bare your teeth a little bit too much. The Fool, however, coming out with the Judgment card. This, yes, Cerberus right here is like literally baring his teeth at everyone. Yeah, I really feel like the reason you're being on your own, the reason that you're spending more time alone is because either you are finding that you're a bit too defensive and you're noticing it and you're recognizing it and you're like, cool, I'm going to just go be away from people for a minute here. Literally somewhere to hide by shiny toy guns is playing right now, so that song might resonate with you this month. There's also the possibility of going off on your own in order to seek your own counsel and seek your own opinions. You could be in a defensive energy because maybe you want to go after a specific job and it's stuff you can apply your current skills to, like, so you want to be a manager, so you want to go after a job offering that is for a management position, and it's not within your own company, it's within a different company. You've never managed before, but you do have skills that prove that you have the ability to do this. You could learn to do this. You have the people skills. You are punctual. You never call out. You can think on your feet. Everything like that. But everyone around you is telling you, like, oh, like, why don't you do that within your own company? You would never make it applying outside of your company to a new company. You've never done it before. And it's very often when people are being discouraging and they're doing it that from their perspective, they're just trying to prevent you from getting hurt. But from your perspective, it can often feel like and sound like they don't believe in you. And it's super easy to get into a defensive energy when you think people don't believe in you, right? Or, they say something like, oh, you sure you could get that? And they're thinking just simply the competition. But it pings at something where you're like, what, you think I'm not good enough? And so sometimes when we notice that we are being defensive, but maybe we are in the wrong, we will remove ourselves from the situation, A, to not damage those relationships further, and B, just to seek our own counsel and make our own decision without outside voices adding to whatever insecurities we already have. So that is something I see you doing in the month of November. You're spending more time alone, and it's literally just so you can make your own decisions and not damage any of your relationships on the way to that next part of your life. Let's go ahead and jump over to the Moon Oracle card just to see what else we have, and then we'll look at your answer scenario. Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time by Panic at the Disco is playing right now. That song always, tickles a mischievous funny bone of mine, so maybe it'll tickle you a little bit too. Okay. These fell away from each other. That's very interesting. So I feel like this is not necessarily advice for every single one of you. It's like one or the other. So for some of you, and take what resonates, some of you, it is card number 21, Love and Intimacy Flow Into My Life Effortlessly. I was kind of thinking about a relationship example earlier when I was talking about your overall energy, But I decided, since for Libra I did a relationship example, I didn't really want to do that with you guys. But so for some of you, it could be that you want to go towards a person that everyone is like, oh, like you two had such a bad breakup, or this person has that reputation, or I can't see you with that person. Crap like that, right? So it could be that. Which in that case, getting to a place where you are more open-hearted, putting down some of the walls that you have around your own heart, meditating on your ability to love and let love in. That's definitely coming to mind. I believe the ritual associated with this particular card is actually a rose petal bath, which, do the rose petal bath, do the rose petals, or like the rose oil, light some candles, and meditate on the feeling of love while you're in that bath. And you can draw from whatever examples and experiences of love that you have in order to do this. Um, for the purposes of this, learning to just let love in general, it does not have to, like, it all applies. Familial love, friendship love, there is a certain type of love between like coworkers and associates, romantic love, things like that. Okay, so some of you, there's a focus on letting love in as a form of self-care this month. For others of you, we have card number 27, movement awakens my creative spirit. So dance it out. Dance out all of those bad emotions, especially if you have fire in your chart as well as Scorpio. If you have a fire moon, like say you're a Scorpio sun or you're a Scorpio rising, but you have a fire moon, movement is so important to you releasing negative emotions. It literally just cleanses you, and it's so effortless because you can get lost in that movement, right? You can even, like, if they're both really calling to you, like, you can even, like, throw on, like, go on Spotify and, like, look for a playlist of, like, love dance music or some shit like that. And just dance around and let your body, like, release negative associations with love and bring back in positive ones. You feel me? That sounds like a great idea in my opinion. So let's go ahead and move on to your answer scenario cards. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you want a more quieter meditative practice. Some of you want a more active practice. And some of you maybe a little of both. But I feel like Spirit was really meaning for you to feel like you had a choice in that one. So for your scenario card, we have, I am ready to manifest abundance and prosperity. Blank will get me in alignments. Okay. So let's go ahead and get your answer card. Spirit, what will get Scorpio into alignment? Okay. Taking a risk. Taking a risk. So, especially if you've been thinking you want to do something that's slightly risky and everyone else around you is like, go seek your own counsel, get the guts that you need to take this risk, and go take it. I mean, if maybe it needs some planning, and in order to actually get the planning in that you need to get in, you need to get everyone else to shut the fuck up. And that's fine. But you're Scorpio, for God's sake. You love taking risks. You thrive on taking risks. If you don't die in some hold my beer manner, I don't know. Like, that's kind of who you are. So, yeah, take a risk. That's how you live your life. So, let's move on to love and relationships. Because there's got to be more than you telling everyone to shut the fuck up, right? Wow, I don't think I was quite this. I don't think I was cussing in the other reads. Okay. All right, so wow, we have the Tower. Card number 16, Aries energy, the Tower. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Maybe everyone's trying to tell you to do something that isn't resonating with you. Or maybe you're letting go of a lot of people in your life. Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse with Pisces energy. So, in your love and relationships, you're going to have a huge lesson around not walking away from something that you should be walking away from. I feel like in several cases, you have people around you at this time who are not for you, and you know they're not for you. They're they're getting on your nerves. You don't feel good about yourself around them. You're getting into a defensive energy when you are around them. You just need to walk away from all that right now. You need to walk away from all of that right now. Um, I feel like, especially if something has been bothering you, like, especially if you've been wondering to yourself if you should walk away from something, this is spirit, like, really just, I can't make the glaring bright letters any bigger or brighter. You need to do it. This is your signal. Due in Time by Sublime is playing right now as I'm giving you a Tower message. You are going to sorely regret if you do not walk away from whatever it is you need to walk away from. Okay? I'm not getting a lot of specifics about that. I feel like this is something like it's for you to know. It's not for me to know. It's not for the whole ass world to know, especially if you're not agreeing with everybody. It's for you to know. Okay? It does have to do with another person though. So let's see what we have with career and finances, Scorpio. Career and finance. Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse for career and finances. So that's loss of position, loss of money, material loss. Come on, Spirit. That's way too many. And then we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. That is Cancer energy. Some of you are getting divorced, I feel like. Some of you are getting divorced. Oh, that's Cancer and Gemini energy. So some of you are getting a divorce and you're going to lose a lot if you're not careful. Or some of you are going through like some kind of I feel like the Tower, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, it is all together. There is some kind of ending to a relationship, a marriage, a friendship, maybe a familial relationship that you need to do what's best for you really fast, or it's going to equal a lot of actual material loss for you. I feel like this is just, it all just is really lining up together. I feel like for you, Scorpio, you have one major event going on in November, and it's just really interwoven and interconnected with all the other things in your life right now. needing to take an opportunity, needing to not be a team player right now because it's not in your best interest, learning to be a bit less defensive, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, making good judgment, learning a lesson, walking away before it's too late. The Queen of Cups in reverse, like whoever this is that you are dealing with, this is like a wife or a mother. Or just someone who embodies very strong feminine energy. Doesn't have to be a woman. But the feminine energy that they embody, they use it to manipulate, they use it to gaslight, they use it to martyr themselves and make you feel horrible for them. This is someone who manipulates your emotions so that you will do things for them. Okay. So we're going to move on to your health and spirituality because I feel like I can't say much more on that particular subject. I feel like you have Gemini and Cancer out here twice. Yeah, you do. You have Aries out here twice. Maybe the person you're dealing with has strong Cancer or Gemini placements. Let's look at your health and... Oh, okay. We have the Eight of Swords. That came right out. I barely started shuffling. That's more Gemini energy. So yeah, Eight of Swords is feeling trapped when you're not actually trapped. Okay. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in the up hand. Interesting. That is Scorpio and Capricorn energy. So yeah, you feel trapped in a situation even though you're not. In fact, you are quite abundant and you are quite supported. You are quite abundant, you are quite supported. There are people around you who will help you. Maybe for some of you, it's that people are telling you a lot of something you don't want to hear, but you need to hear it. That could be what it is for some of you. I still feel like, though, you need to take the time to meditate on what it is you need to do and get yourself to the place where you need to do it. I also feel like for many of you, it's not a surprise that I'm telling you this. I feel like many of you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's something to do with a big, messy separation, whether it be a divorce, or maybe you weren't married, but you were living together and your lives were really intertwined. For a couple of you, I did feel like it had something to do with like a parent-child relationship. Like maybe you're a little bit younger, like you're barely 18, barely 19. You better be 18 or older if you're watching this. If you're not watching it, scoot. However, maybe you're barely 18 or you're barely 19 and you're in a place where like it would be a little financially risky for you to go off on your own and to move out, but maybe you have a parental figure who is like, you know, suddenly you turn 18 and you're an adult now and their just entire way of dealing with you has become toxic out of nowhere, or it was already toxic and it's become worse. And you need to move out, but maybe they are telling you that you would never make it on your own. But Spirit is telling you that actually you do have people that would help you. You would make it. Yeah, if the person who is being toxic with you is the person who is telling you that you wouldn't make it, that you can't make the change, you need to take the risk. Take the risk. Get away from them. This was a really interesting message just because, like, all the other messages were about various things. Yours is about one highly interwoven thing, and it is November. November is part of Scorpio season. Many of us go through some type of rebirth, even if we don't have, Scorpio in our big three. Many of us still go through a large rebirth or a large change during this time. So, yeah. I'm sorry this is not. I'm sorry this message is more on the lens of being urgent rather than being happy. But I feel like those of you who got this message, you needed to get this message. And this is what I have for you. If you need more information, I really suggest that you go ahead and take a look at the other readings just to see, like, if there's a piece of missing information, maybe it will be over there. Other than that, Scorpio, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Walk away from the person that you need to walk away from to better your life. It is never worth staying in a connection, no matter who that person is, if it is bad for you. Mentally, physically, otherwise, get out. Okay? That is all I have for you. Thank you for coming to your reading. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. All right? Be good. Be safe. And love and light to you. Bye.